To Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Chicago Bears. It's the final 3 weeks of the season, still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Mike, 319. Switch.
They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Looking to throw on second down. Rodgers under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on third and long.
Check 26.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Hey, we heavy on the edges,
Mike, check. 59.
Hey, that's good.
Rodgers going to throw. And Adams has it, complete. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, orbit. I'm coming for you, son. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
From the 40 now on second down. Rodgers. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Mike. 319. Black.
They'll run on first down. It's Jones. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. Second and 2. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
He's not going to get me. 58, boys, 58, Mike. Let's go, tackle, let's go.
Notice 50. Hey, you block over here.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Here's a guy coming off a strong rookie season, Gus Edwards. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Switch it. Come on. Easy. Look again.
On first down, Jones. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
We didn't want this. Watch the shit. Hey. Johnny! Jim. Kelly. Don't let Kelly. Double up. He's coming, double up.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Check 49.
Back. Check 30.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Check. Hey, Mike.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing is Rodgers. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Buster Screen. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey, because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run with a 3rd-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. Josh Jackson, the former Iowa Hawkeye, made the play defensively. On 2nd down, it's Cohen. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Check 91 is the line.
They go play action. Trubisky. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Kenny Clark, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception? What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
58, boys, 58, 58, Mike. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey,
Five.
you don't want it. 58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. Let's go, D.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
A gain of 15 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Hey, Alpha.
Go 58 to Mike. Get that quarterback at all costs. 58, boys, 58. 58 to Mike.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Rodgers, throw left side complete. It's Lamb. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
3rd and inches, just turn around, hand it to the big guy, and let him plow forward and pick up a first down. A lot of people think that the offensive line, they may almost take the play off because they got a big guy back there pushing forward. I think it actually works in reverse. I think they block harder because they love seeing that guy get the ball because he doesn't touch it very often.
59 Mike, 59 Mike. Check, 59. All day, every day, any day. Over.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
Box it.
Check, crunch. Kill.
Right left.
And they try to sweep to Jones. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eddie Goldman with a sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
Mike, 58, right there. No, not ready. At 58 is the Mike. Go 58 is the Mike. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the...
Hey, 88.
58, boys, 58. 58 is Mike. Exit.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Now a hit and a loose football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If the ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Check 91. 91 is the Mike. Mike 91. So don't say nothing.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Lets this one rip toward Graham. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage, the rookie from Maryland. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 at the 20-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go, baby. We need turnover. Let's get that ball. Let's get that ball.
Now Rodgers. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention. And
he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown Bears. Allen Robinson, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. This is taken at the 3. And getting our first update now from Nashville. And the Titans dominant. They have added to their totals in that one. And we'll be sure to keep an eye on that one as we go along here. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
it is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
And we got to get to the ball. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Hey, Zoo. Check, 59, 59.
Now Rodgers throwing again. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
59 Mike, 59 Mike. Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". Let's go. Inside. Right here. We got to step it up.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And even 30 yards on a play that began back at the 30. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And he gets it down to the 32. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
59 Mike, 59 Mike. Check, 59. You ain't going nowhere.
Plant.
Banjo.
Chip.
Mike 5'9". I don't think you got it, son.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
To throw is Rodgers. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep when you catch him close to the spot.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Hey, Hayward.
Too little, Cupcake. 58, boys. 58. 58 to Mike. Here we go, D. 58 to Mike. 58. 58 to Mike. 58 to Mike.
To throw is Rodgers. To throw again. Letting one go deep for the end zone.
Rodgers pass. Incomplete in the end zone. Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
26.
58 is the Mike. Go 58 is the Mike. You go.
Box it.
You gonna see me in your nightmares. 58, boys. 58. 58 is Mike. Double dog.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D. So now the Packers turn things over to the special teams crew. They're on for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because it's...
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Not much has changed since we left you at halftime. The snow still continuing to fall as we are back underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Alert, 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 alert. Move, move, move.
Here's Trubisky. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that's caught inside the 30. Trubisky hitting Robinson for a big one. 49 yards. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
Now it's Trubisky, and he completes it to Cohen. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as the Bears push further out in front. The extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This will be taken in at the 1. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing, and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lamb. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 4 yards the pickup, first down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Rodgers throwing quickly out to Adams. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. Everyone thought they were doing something and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
That's a gain of 6.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. The inside linebacker, Danny Trevathan, gets the sack. On now is the Packers punter, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
14 yards into Chicago, first down.
44's the Mike. 44's Mike. Check. Switch up.
They go play action here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kenny Clark make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Now Trubisky. And his throw is incomplete. The first defensive back taken in this year's draft, Darnell Savage, there to knock that one away.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. 44's Mike. Check. I'm on. 44's the Mike.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. He's going to fire one deep left sideline, and that will be incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing, and on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Look at the dance and the juke. 12 yards on the return that time, and it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. A third quarter score now from MetLife Stadium. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. Dashing through the snow. 20. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are back within a single score. They've done a good job of holding him down in the first half, but he explodes for a big one right there.
Yeah, I've got an image in my head of him being surrounded by a bunch of people, really, with ropes and other things trying to keep him locked in. But eventually they got tired too, and just as you noted, he broke out.
And it's a guy that usually you can only keep down for so long. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
We got 4.
Now it's Trubisky. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Trubisky now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Play action. Now Trubisky. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. That's caught at the 25. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. Trubisky hitting Robinson for a big one, 41 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Trubisky to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. They go play action with Trubisky, looking for the end zone. And Miller will pull this one in. He's got it for the Bears touchdown. Anthony Miller with touchdown number 7 on the year as the Bears push further out in front. The extra point up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This will be taken in at the 1. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Looking deep for Adams. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 39. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. After the interception, here's Trubisky. This is caught by Robinson. 14 yards into Chicago, 1st down. Trubisky now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Preston Smith has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Back now at Lambeau. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
44.
Here's Trubisky to throw. Space to run past the 20. Ginn has it complete. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
You can't block me. 44's the mic. 44's the mic. Check. Alert.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Ted Ginn, his first touchdown on the year as the Bears push further out in front. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 19.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Big stop, G. Big stop.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Rodgers. This is taken in. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 36 yards on the play. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. Caught by Jones. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. And again, it's Rodgers. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Motion. 58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike.
Come on, boy. Jump out. You better be ready. Don't be sleeping here.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Hey, Foxtrot.
59. Cut. 59's Mike. 59's Mike. Check. 59.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. And Adams has it complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10. 6 yard line.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers. Going to throw again. Going for it all. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
58's the mic. 58's the mic.
Rodgers to throw once more. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Danny Trevathan able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down.
And 58 is the mic. Ball 58's the mic. Push him back. Push him back. 58, boys. 58. 58's Mike. 30. 58's the mic. 58's the mic.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. They'll run on first down. It's Jones. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds.
58's the mic. Watch one. 58, boys. 58. 58's Mike. Go, go, go.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams, his second touchdown on the season. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2.
Let's go. On the 50. Check 59. Mike. Hey, echo. 59. Mike to 59. Watch the run. Watch the run. Mike.
Here's Rodgers. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first down.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Terrell Suggs showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4.
Check right. 44. Hey, orbit. Check. Drop deep.
To try again after the sack. Trubisky. That's caught by Montgomery. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Mike Popo.
Throwing here, Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Zadarius Smith in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. Another try after the first down sack. Trubisky. He finds Robinson. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 30 yards there, and of course the first down as well. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith with sack number 23 on the year, breaking Michael Strahan's mark of 22.5. Congratulations. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Looky here, Trubisky wants to throw it. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. They go play action. Trubisky, and the pressure gets to him again. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Lock in, lock in. And 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Stop your whining.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
So here we go. The Packers will line up to go for 2.
Rush in. Rush in.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. The quick slant caught. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. So a little under 50 seconds to go. Plenty of time if they can get this onside kick. And this is going to be taken in by the Bears, and it appears they're going to win this game. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
On the NFL scoreboard, they've gone to the 4th in Cincinnati. And it was the Patriots that wound up winners in that one. A victory there would mean their 6th on the year.
You don't want to know. Bofo's the mic. Mike's Bofo.
Back to the air, Trubisky after the pick 6. This is caught by Ginn. And he's going to get this inside the 30. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. Wide open receiver complete. 14 yards in a Chicago first down.
A gain of 14. And the Bears.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Under 10. Red, Bud.
Throwing now is Trubisky. He'll try and run it. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Here's Trubisky. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where did you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys.